What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are your hosts, the Distorted Theorists. And today, Peter, out of nowhere, the official trailer for the Fantastic Four dropped. And I know you're going to say your piece, but before we do, as always, if you want to support the channel and give us 4 new subscribers, as always, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave us a comment down below. Are you excited for the Fantastic Four? And I know you are, Peter. What are we hoping for here? This is the official one, not a teaser.
I want to see Reed Richards do his...
We haven't seen any of that. They showed all of their powers except for his, so I don't know what that is.
There's a bunch of stuff that has been talked about in the online community regarding all the little... They were pretty slick with what they were hiding. We're expecting... So I have a theory.
Okay,
I have a theory.
We're in.
So my theory is that... Sue is pregnant throughout this movie, and then she gives birth, and then the Fantastic Four get sucked into the multiverse or whatever, and then the shots that we see of Galactus coming into Manhattan is right before the Fantastic Four return.
You think?
And I think their son, who would be Franklin, from the comics,
obviously,
is most likely trying to find a way of where the family went, because he might have been aware of them in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it wasn't just as he was born. Maybe when he was little, got left behind or something like that. So he wants to figure out where mom, dad, and my uncle and the big rock guy went. I love them. I want them to come back. So maybe he makes a deal with Doom. No.
Well, listen, we've seen their names on the chairs. We've speculated enough, and we've theorized enough.
Silver Surfer.
We haven't seen them, them, either.
Her.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot that it's going to be played by the lady from Ozark, which I'm forgetting her name. But I also want to see some Galactus. So guess what? Without further ado, let's get into the official trailer of Fantastic Four.
Did you mean for the ado?
Wow. Reaction, review, and breakdown.
You're the dad.
Right now.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space.
I wonder how much we're actually going to get them before they get changed.
Well, this is what I'm... see, he looks so good.
Our city, our planet,
teeth, it's weird.
owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four.
I can't remember his name. He's a Sherlock.
It's also different to see that they're well known. You know, the community knows their identities. Beautiful shot there with the old suit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because this is they're showing the old stuff.
Okay.
Fantastivision.
That is fantastic. You're late.
Fantastic.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
Oh, you're late.
I just said
and
that.
she goes, what do you mean? What do you mean?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding.
Yo, they're actually giving it to us.
We are gonna be the best uncles.
I was right.
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
Everything's going to change.
But that adds so much more stakes, though. Because he's not going to want her on the front lines of battle either, pregnant. You know what I mean? And she's one of their most powerful.
Of this world?
Yes,
she's even speaking, too.
Your planet is now marked for death.
Your planet is marked for death!
And it's going to be time. This is where the time is going to come into it.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they heard.
And they're coming back. That's why there's going to be the time jump, because she's the Herald, and it's going to be...
But do you think he's going to come like Galactus from the future?
No, I don't think it's going to be... So they're going to go back...
There's not enough time.
He's going to try and... There's going to be a time jump, because this is like now, I'm pretty sure.
Like that...
We will fight it
looks
together.
so good.
As a family.
Wow, they are giving her a lot of spotlight here.
Good.
Has to be us.
Flame on.
See, I'm excited for him because he's like Hulk. Oh!
So we all get to see their powers. Good. Good.
Will protect you.
Yeah, you will. What?
Oh no, so this is Galactus. Okay, so
Oh!
it's the old...
That's what I'm saying. Man, they're still hiding.
Okay, so it's yeah, okay. So my theory looks like it could be a little bit wrong there. I was right with she gonna be preggers.
Right. They
Franklin.
confirmed.
But again, this is clearly a different. Where this isn't the MC. What are the 83038 or something like that? This is
I'm a little speechless. I don't know.
It's a different universe because obviously this is taking place in the 60s or in the past.
Right.
Because looking at the old cars with the
Right.
Fantastic Car. And obviously in none of the original MCU ones that we've watched, no one's ever mentioned Galactus before. No one did the whole Men in Black.
Right.
one did that.
Right. I mean, someone would be aware of this event occurring. So it
this
makes
is a
us to believe
different-
it's a different universe. Galactus, the Eater of Worlds, right? So what if they got to leave their planet or their multiverse because theirs is getting eat up by Galactus arriving, clearly, and
Maybe they couldn't save it.
That's right. Maybe they couldn't save it.
Because you saw the thing with the ship going towards the planet that looked like it was like imploding, and maybe that was their world.
That's what I'm saying.
So maybe they have to come to ours to prevent it from happening again.
Distorted theory. They need to know that our world exists or some way to get there. What if, because it is a loose end that they haven't touched on much, but it could be the saving grace. What if the Bengals, remember that beacon that they talked about? Is like there's a beacon that's sending a signal. What if somehow Reed Richards has honed in on that signal?
It could be through the negative zone.
Right?
It could be through the negative zone. I could see that. I don't think it'd be the Bengals though.
Well, I'm forgetting the other one, the Bengals, and what's the other?
10 rings.
The rings, yeah. So
I don't think it's gonna be that. It could be.
It's they have this. The end credit says it's sending a signal somewhere.
I know,
Someone
but
needs to know about it, right?
But that's the end credits that they always hold on to. I think because now that we've actually gotten to see the Silver Surfer, is that she's the Herald, and traditionally, as far as I know in the comics, this is an imprisonment for the Silver Surfer. Way back, he like the Silver Surfer, he would be the Herald and be like, your planet has been chosen for death. Prepare. So yeah, and he would go off to the next one.
Okay. So Galactus is not ruthless. He gives you a chance to say goodbye.
Yeah, but he's still gonna.
Yeah.
But then through time, and again, like Silver Surfer really isn't present much in the comics these days, anyways. But from what I understand, he's like, I've had enough of this. I'm gonna rebel against Galactus, and I'm pretty sure Galactus slaps him around every single time. So I'm thinking, in this is like the final straw, and maybe there's a conversation. Maybe the Silver Surfer realizes that there's good in the people and they deserve to be saved. Maybe their world can't be saved,
right?
But she says, I know a way that you can come with me, to prevent this from happening to the next world, which is us.
Or they just send, or the Silver Surfer is a segue to send them somewhere, and she remains behind because that's her duty, right? Go down with the ship, so to speak.
She could introduce the negative zone.
We've seen the powers. Everyone got a little spotlight. Again, I almost got it out before the big stretch happened, but I'm very excited to see the thing because he's giving me Hulk vibes. And I know that might be a little cliche, but I never got enough of the Hulk yet. So to see someone...
It's a good way to see a smart Hulk actually Hulk.
Right, exactly. You're getting a combo of the two.
But
I'm really excited for the Flame On foolery that's going to definitely happen. What do you think they're hiding the power so much, though? Like, why is this our first snippet of Reed Richards? But we did get spotlight on the others.
Probably just because they don't want the focus. Because here's the thing. They don't want the focus to be the powers. So, because everyone knows what the powers of the Fantastic Four are. Right. We don't need to see them. We know that Reed can stretch. We know that Johnny can flame on. We know that Sue can make wars. And we know that the thing is...
Banging, right.
So that's not, it's the same thing as what they did with like Spider-Man. Like, he's Spider-Man. We get it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to
no big
explore this
backstory.
again.
Right.
So, but the thing that they're really focusing on this time is the family aspect, which has always been part of the Fantastic
Marvel's
Four.
first family, they're really leaning on that.
Right. So, and even Joseph Quinn has gone on record recently in the past week to say, like, I'm not playing Johnny like we've seen him, like where he's this womanizer and just be like,
right.
He's like, that doesn't seem to be the popular thing anymore. So he's more caring, or he's softer, or whatever. Right. Or I'm sure some people say, he's woke. That's so stupid. But anyways.
The thing is
right there.
The subtitle, First Steps. Immediately, your brain, or my brain, goes to a baby's first steps, which is segueing there. But without it being that on the nose, what do you think first steps could truly mean in this movie? Like, why first steps?
Crossing the multiverse.
You think they're the first ones to maybe ever do it?
Potentially.
Right? We know the multiverse has been cracked and opened and traversed, etc. But what if Marvel's first family were the first to take those steps in even discovering the multiverse could be something as well. Reed Richards could have been like, there's a multiverse out there.
He did say at one point, it was like, I was the one that did this. When we broke space flight and we did this.
Right.
The first steps
That
to
could be-
basically a bigger...
Right? And
world.
who's to also say that the Fantastic Four come to our world? Who's to say they don't go to
Battle world.
the X-Men world or living amongst more, more mutant,
Yeah, they don't
where
have
their
to come to
powers
ours.
wouldn't be...
We know they're going to be in Doomsday. We just don't know from what level, because we know the X-Men, but the X-Men aren't present in our MCU. They're
Right.
present in theirs,
Cannot
which
wait for
is
that, by the
where... Is that where... That's not where Miss Marvel went. That's where...
Photon.
Photon
Yes.
ended up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Maybe that's the world that the Fantastic Four is sitting in. And I mean, there's this big rumor that Doomsday is going to be X-Men or mutants versus our Avengers that we know and love.
Avengers versus X-Men.
Is it going to happen? Do you think that's where we're headed?
Potentially.
And where
but
does the first family sit in all that?
But I could also see Doom basically doing, yes, do it, and then he's just going to pick up from the ashes. And that's where because then when everyone's beaten up, they'd be like, all right, Battle World, Secret Wars.
There's a lot to be excited for.
There's a lot, because they didn't show Mole Man, or the mole monster, or whatever his name is.
He's getting got.
Well, he is, but like he's the Fantastic Four's like
Foe. Okay.
Well, like Dr. Doom.
That's
So is Namor, the Submariner. Can't wait to see what's going to happen with that, because that's where Reed becomes the maker. Oh, there's a whole thing in the comics.
That's it for another day. What I want to know is Marvel has finally kept trailers to a minimum thus far. I feel not
They're learning.
spoiling anything with this movie. Slap on the wrist to you, but yeah, I think they're learning their lesson. I'm just super excited because it's so unknown. That's the thing. We can theorize all day, but we don't know. We don't know. And that's the way the fans love it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for our official trailer reaction, review, and breakdown of the Fantastic Four First Steps. As always, if you want to support the channel, we sincerely appreciate if you would just take 1 second to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave us a comment down below. Are you excited for the Silver Surfer? Are you curious where the first steps will take Marvel's first family? And will we see Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom in the end credits at least?
I think we're going to do the Thanos where it's like, fine, I'll do it myself.
And I'm all about it. And with that, I am the real Jussy.
I'm Peter Parkour, and like we always say around here,
Keep it real.